Apple's Siri got an AI brain transplant. Try these 5 prompts to get acclimated. That's the headline from Brian X. Chen's latest tech fix column in the New York Times, and it captures a shift that's been 15 years in the making. For a decade and a half, talking to Siri on an iPhone felt, in Chen's words, profoundly uncool. The assistant could handle basics like setting timers or adding calendar appointments, but it was so subpar that asking for help was often counterproductive. Then, in June, Apple announced a profoundly more capable Siri powered by Google's artificial intelligence, slated to arrive this year. The big question, will we finally see people talking to Siri on the train, on the streets, in the office? That adoption curve matters because it could be a litmus test for AI's effect on consumer technology in the coming years. The bullish view, championed by figures like Sam Altman of OpenAI and Satya Nadella of Microsoft, holds that AI assistants will become more important than operating systems and apps themselves. They envision a future where we control our devices primarily by talking to an agent. Apple's approach is more moderate. They see chatbots as simply another tool in the operating system, like many other features, that people can use or ignore. To get to know the new Siri, Chen installed an early version of iOS 27, which includes Siri AI, on his iPhone and spent about 6 weeks prodding it with requests. His early impressions? Siri AI is a big improvement over the old assistant, though he notes that's a low bar. It hasn't fundamentally changed the way he uses his iPhone. He still mostly scrolls through apps and only occasionally feels the need to ask Siri for help. But Siri AI does have some neat tricks that lots of people will enjoy for speeding up tedious tasks, like editing photos, creating grocery lists, and updating address books. You can interact with Siri AI in several ways, some new and some familiar. There's a new Siri app where you can type or dictate prompts, similar to other chatbots like ChatGPT, Gemini, and Claude. You can still summon the assistant by holding down the side button or saying "Hey, Siri," followed by a question. And you can swipe down from the middle of the top of the screen to open a box for typing a search query or a question. The article notes that Siri AI can take action with your persona, though the details are still emerging. The bottom line, a genuine upgrade, but not yet a revolution in daily habit. That's the state of play as Apple rolls out its AI-powered assistant later this year. Thanks for listening.